Here live. We're going to be doing some basic racing. We're doing the challenges. So we're going to start with the first one, which is the Jimny Cup. 4 laps of this on Willow Springs. It's not the easiest. I did this challenge the first time the Jimny came out. Obviously, that was one of the one of the few challenges you could actually do. Just going to move the seat slightly. That's a bit off. There we go. So yeah, we haven't done much Gran Turismo in a while, so apologies about that. Don't know if the camera's actually better or worse. Why do I feel like I'm... There we go, that's a bit better. Right, so yeah, we did the Jimny Cup. That's very loud. So with this race, it's... The only thing I did, I think, is I changed the tyres, I want to say. And I think... No, I didn't change the suspension either. Traction control is a must on this thing, though. Actually, I might have changed the engine by the sounds of it. Yeah, the only race I've actually done is this one. Took a while to get used to. I wouldn't say it's the easiest of things to drive. I wouldn't mind having a go. I always mess that up. I nearly go in pits. I wouldn't mind having a go at this on a off-road style track. I would imagine that's quite good. It's a while since I've actually done this track, so apologies. Just been sorting out the V12 Aston Martin Vantage. The top speed of it was a little bit low when you was using full fuel, so running rich basically, and I wanted to sort that out since I've started to use it a bit more in the GT3. It does wallow, but the top end speeds 189, I believe, something like that. So yeah, the V12 GT3 Aston Martin, lovely car. Used to race it a lot when I first started streaming. Anyone that remembers me from the Project Cars 2 day, well, Project Cars 1 and 2 days, where I just uploaded videos from the races. So yeah, 2 more laps of this and then we'll jump into the next challenge. There doesn't seem to be any hard challenges today, I don't think. Should be less than an hour and then we'll jump onto sports, do a bit of online racing. I ain't had a look at what the tracks are. I believe that most of the tracks are the fake tracks, not the real tracks, so I might struggle with that. Mind you, struggle with this. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we do online. I'm unsure as to how it will go. The past few weeks I've stayed off the game really, apart from just doing the challenges, which I don't need to stream for. I think I did a small stream that was less than an hour when I did the challenges last week. The fact you can do the weekly challenges in an hour is kind of good, but then it's like, well, what next do you do? Obviously there's other parts of the game you can do, but yeah. At least the challenge, like this challenge, is just over 4 minutes. 5 minutes if you want to take into account the extra seconds, you know. This track is so windy. Perfect to figure out if your actual car is tuned for that. Great way to trail brake as well. Sadly, I ain't got the brake bias on this, but don't really need it. And across the line. I'm not sure why it's so loud. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to it being in the ears. Usually I've got it through the TV rather than the ears. So yeah, I actually finished last week's challenges last night. I had a chance to actually get all of them done. There wasn't that many to do that I hadn't done. There was a few I felt that were just pointless. But overall, I got 500,000 out of it, so I was kind of impressed with that. So yeah. Right, next challenge. The longest challenge is actually going to be that one by the looks of it, which I've not completed. That's at Laguna Seca, 10 laps. Right, we're going to change the car. We're going to jump into... What have we got? So it's a 700. Ah, there we go. I was going to say a 700. So, yeah. The Ford should be okay at this one. So this is 10 fuel, 8 tyres. It's 10 laps, so it should be alright. So yeah, basically we use a detuned GT3 car for the Touring Car 700. And we usually use a detuned Group C car for the 800 or the 900. Now, obviously, sometimes I do like to have a go and actually use the cars that they recommend. However, because, well, for time's sake purposes and the chances of actually trying to win, and the fact I ain't done this one before, I'm just going to go with the detuned GT3. Wouldn't say it's the best for the windy bits top end, but the low end speed is actually alright. I'd imagine the Corvette and the Viper are going to be a good shout for this, and also the G70, so we'll see how we go with that. Obviously it's on hard tyres, so this is 10 laps, so this is probably going to be the longest race out of them all. We're going to do a rear brake. We also need to put that up as well. So obviously the braking point is going to be the biggest issue, as it is a GT3. But we should be able to carve us way through fields quite, I say easily, but getting a bit of Bishop Bass in here. We do have traction control on. That is something I usually do with the GT3 cars. I have it on low. GT4 cars I try and keep off unless it's raining. So what you find is the acceleration on the GT3 is still better than the GT4, despite the fact it's on fuel save. I'm just hoping it doesn't rain, because I have not raced here in the rain. So it's going to be a interesting one. So we're carving through the fields quite reasonable. Brake. I might have to stick the brake slightly forward just to stabilise a little bit. 10 laps, the tyres should last. As for fuel, I'm unsure about that. It says 7.8, but with trail braking, the fuel should go up. I might need a splash and dash, but we'll see. Tyres are actually coming into themselves now. You feel a little bit better warmed up. Bit of a tight squeeze there. I didn't know how that was going to work if we were going to turn in on me. Ourselves out of that situation quite well. Obviously, as the car gets lighter, the wear on the tyres will be better as well. Yeah, the brake bias is probably a good shout. Just for this track, usually the trail braking's right up to 5 in the rear. Bit of a squeeze there, ouch. Nothing too bad there, but squeeze against a wall, not really what you want. The Vantage GT4, great car. Do like using it. It's got a lot of torque. Use it a lot at the Bathurst, just because of the high end speed, top end speed, and the grunt that it actually gives. Very similar to this car, but this gets obviously BOP'd massively in the GT3 races. Nice line through there because we had no traffic. Where's he gonna go? I've quickly seen it. It's a Lexus. I think I've got the GT4 Lexus. I've got the GT3 and the LF road car, I believe. Nearly hit that hump. I've done that before in the Lambo and got spun. Yeah, it's a bit too tight there. Yeah, slight damage to the front plate, but no. Obviously it's superficial on the game. Obviously for a windy track you'd probably be better on mediums, but 10 laps hards, don't want to risk having to pit, not unless we really need to. The fuel is going up though, and these guys are the leaders if I remember in front. Yep. So first, second, third, fourth and fifth, and we're in 6th. Probably gonna try and wait to break the Supra at the next one. As I was saying, I'm just going to give that back. I overshot that. Such a large car to try and brake, like it's like half a width of. Get round. Slight contact there with the G7. The GT7s in this game, they just sorry, the GT4s in this game just seem to really take the time to go around the corners, whereas most of the GT3s are just like, yeah, we're going to get around this really quick. Not the place you want to be doing around the outside, but I have seen it done before. These guys are going to be pitting anytime soon. There's our laps. 5.1, we actually should have, in theory, enough. Slightly not pushing the Suzuki wide, but can't say it didn't squeeze him up. I think it's his first time I've driven the Ford here. Driven the Ferrari 458 and the Lamborghini Huracan. I think that's actually when I bought the 458 actually, because everybody else was pouncing me everywhere for the speed on online. curious if I'm going to need a splash and dash. Considering these guys are going to be on fresh tyres, fresh fuel. Like, the lead is eking out, but I could try and sip fuel a bit better, but then that'll eke into the lead. A 10-second cover should actually be enough to jump back in. But you just never know. Especially how the game pans out. 'Someone actually in the pits just down here. Mind you, we are starting lap 8. Right, so all of them are pitting. So I'm going to need to pit next lap, according to this. The last lap I'm going to need to pit, just fuel only though. It's alright, second is pitting now. That's messed up my eco there. Yeah, I ain't got enough. Right, don't chase tyres, refuel, definitely. I've got 0.9 laps going on to the last corner, so yeah, that's a shame. All we need to do is a little bit of a squirt in the fuel tank, and then we'll be underway. taking a while to come around. Can't actually tell whereabouts everybody is. Up to 32 seconds. Right, let's go. So first is actually, sorry, second is actually having to pit. So yeah, splash and dash. So this is on full power mode now. That lead's got put to 36, but obviously they're going to be on fuel saver now. Shame we didn't get to see the full power for the last 2 laps, but I wanted to make sure I definitely had enough. I was hoping to fuel save all the way, but it didn't actually work out as good as I wanted, so probably due to traffic braking and that. It's a nice way into the sunset. The sun's already gone, wow. That's not too bad. So that's the hard, would say that one of the hardest races done with. 38.4 in front of the Viper, which is pretty decent. I did say the Viper was going to be up there, it usually is in the GT4 category. Didn't get a clean race, not too bothered about that. We've got a reward for that, it's probably going to be a low, a low thing. Okay, so that's... Oh, actually, no, we've got the reward for the driving miles. So that's not for the weekly challenges. Usually, if you can do it all in the Thursday, you get your driving miles and your challenges at the same time. But obviously, that changes. Right, special event. Where's this at? Watkins Glen, one of our favourite tracks. We're going to jump into the Supra. This is the one that we've done up massively. Racing soft tyres, yep. 5 laps in this should be pretty good. This car is on rails. I think the one that we did before, it had fuel and tyre wear on it. Did not enjoy using it whatsoever. I think that was at Fuji. And then we also tried it at what is it now? One of the other tracks, Autopolis. So yeah, we'll see how we do with this. This is Watkins Glen long, so there's that long right-hander, which might be hard. So that's up, that's up. Turbo on this thing just shifts, as do the brakes. 10 people, so I feel like this is actually going to be a closer race than we imagine. Top speed though will come in, especially as the turbo kicks in. This is all over the place. As I said, I really didn't like when I used this on Fuji. So this has got sport suspension, sports brakes, well, racing brakes even. Get out of the way. Actually struggling, right? Get past these guys. Right, that's one. Part of me wonders if it's the top end speed. I hate this car. This is the only race I actually use it for as well. Part of me wonders if a wing would actually help it, because obviously that's extra downforce, but get out of the way. Yeah, it's just literally leaving me to dead. So even he's got a lip wing on it. I will push you up this hill. Don't maybe. Hit this car, hit this car. Okay, maybe into speed thing. We've got 7th gear there. The brakes are. Considering this is race off tyres, the brakes are horrid. Weirdly though, it's actually coming into itself. Maybe the brakes need to not be trail brake. That might be the alternative. Just because the stopping distance, the car's sliding, it's very understeer it, and then the back end steps out when you try and put the power down. You can still trail brake and just feather the throttle, but the car's not trying to kill you realistically. So that as it puts me into a tank slipper. Slipstream. Still getting the fastest lap, but I know I've only got a few more laps to go. Power, power. This guy's going to do me in a minute. Maybe I've made the speed too low or down. Right, I've got 10 seconds to do. Probably just me, this car and this track. Plus trusting the tyres probably won't help, because this car's just really trying to kill me and I just dislike it. Some time out of the gap in front. This is actually going to be a really quick time. Two laps left. Track limits there. So they're already at the chicane. Feeling a lot more confident with the tyres and when to brake. That section always doesn't it? I think this is going to be close on the last lap even. It might end up being a redo of the race. Oh no, 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 no. Messed it, messed it. Damn it. Oh, it's 1.5 seconds added. I wasn't looking at the braking point, too busy looking at them in front. Tank slapper there with the oversteer. Going for it all, all's bad now. A lot closer, but not as close as I want to be. If I were doing them laps to begin with, I'd have probably been in front of them by now. Turn, you piece of... Can't see it. I'll take third. That's so annoying. I even got fastest lap. Like, how does that even work? Yeah, whatever. It's completed. It's not gonna go against me or out, so whatever. I ain't doing 10 minutes of that again. Like, seriously, pain to begin with. That is a hard one though. Don't like the car. Track I really do like Watkins Glen I do like most of the time. So yeah, special event. You shouldn't actually show afterwards. Suzuka race of turbos. We did that in first last time. Change car. Yeah. What does it need to be? 700 or less in turbocharged car. What did we use? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And if I remember rightly, we actually did exceptionally well in that. Because you don't need the fuel saving on. So it's on full power. But it is on hard though. Yeah, 5 laps Suzuka. May take a bit of time. So obviously a down-tuned GT3 against road cars, possibly not as good. I do sometimes use the Nissan 4-wheel drive Godzilla. I think I used that before on here. Wasn't too bad, but obviously the corner speed, you want the GT3's downforce and acceleration. The 4-wheel drive is decent though. There is a Nissan GTR on here actually. So. Yep, so that's that. Should be all good. And also the fact the full power on this thing is gonna probably beat most turbocharged road cars. The hardest thing is trying to get around them. Got them on hard tyres. These guys will be on sport softs compounds or whatever. Bit of grass track in there. Nicely round a 911 turbo there. Not one of my most favourite tracks, but it's decent. Oh, that's nice. Don't want to run in the back of the Sierra Cosmo Fair. I've also got that in the Andy Rouse Cosworth that won Bathurst Andy touring cars. It's an amazing car, especially tuned up with the turbos. It all singing and all dancing. That's that rubbish car we were just driving a minute ago. So most of our speed we will catch them on the straight. We know this corner's about a 160 corner, so maybe in an F1 car, not that one. Forgot it's like a whale. Get out of the way. Right, first is less than 10 seconds away. You can see them just at the end of here. Time's going to literally trickle down now as we hit top speed. Let off the brakes, well, let off the power. Nice line through there around the outside. So this race would be all and over in 2 laps really. What's that actually in first? I think it's the R34, or is it the 99 Skyline? Oh, it's the Impreza. My apologies, couldn't tell with the wing. Track limits there a bit. So yeah, I've done a lot of miles in this car already. Probably one of the few cars I've actually spent the most amount of miles in. I do like this livery, but I do also like the Le Mans 4 GT Golf livery as well. I think it's one of the LMP or hypercars that uses the Wings livery. I remember seeing it at Atlanta. Not personally, but on TV. Brake's slightly too hard there, but it's still morning, still waking up, not had enough coffee. Why does it look like it's going to rain? Oh no, it is forecast rain. 2 laps to go. Now, we know the GT3 handles rain reasonable, so just might mean turning the traction control up, the brake bias more to the centre to stop the rears locking up. So for the last 2 laps it might be a interesting one. Might be lucky and miss, but somehow don't think without looking at the cloud forecast. Suzuka's like Donington, it's not if, it's when. So it's supposed to hit any time, but I don't know how much implication it's going to have on the car. So I'm going to change that now, just so it's done anyway. I don't want to be having to brake and do my brake bias when I'm like on the fastest part of the track. Well, a good 20 seconds. And looking at that, it probably won't actually do much. Some people might see the spots of rain and be like, I might. Currently that says it should be raining. It's not doing anything. I've made that mistake before in a few races and nearly lost due to the horrible tyre choices. Jumping on intermediates just as it's still a dry track, just because it says blue doesn't mean it's going to rain. And most of the time it takes a lap and a half for it to actually interfere with your car. These guys are coming out again. Rain has missed. Well, not even has missed. Rain has missed. Obviously, if this had had tyre wear on wave rain, that could have added a few implications, but tyre wear turned off kind of helps, so you're not having to worry too much about that. It's actually going to be quite a quick lap time. Not a second off. Traction control and braking different. Right, last lap. Obviously there is GT4 cars you could use turbo, but you'd still need to down tune most of them. Probably have to down tune them less for this. This is just one of the cars I rarely use online because of the BOP that it impedes. So due to that purpose, I literally just use this as the grind car for GT4 touring cars and stuff like that for them challenges. It's a good Le Mans car as well. Like, I know it is the Le Mans version, but the Le Mans 700, the one where you can get 850 every 30 minutes, that's that seems to be the car that you can use off the bat, hard tyres, good fuel efficiency, off you go. Well, it's not done too bad at Suzuka then. I nearly said Monza. It's not Monza. Total wrong end of the world. slightly wide into that complex, scrubbed a bit of corner speed off. Hopefully should get another good lap time. 2:05.9. Probably could have got a 2:05.5. Looking at that. Not decent that, and 35 seconds in front of second place. So one more race to do. I believe. Is it front wheel drive? I think we can use the Nissan in this one. I'll have to have a look. Then we'll be having a look at the sport online. So that's actually been quite quick. Quick challenges. Apart from the one I came third in. Oh, it's four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. Right, okay. So, four-wheel drive. Ooh, interesting. So we've got the Corollas to use. I think that is Aaron Taylor Smith. We'll probably use that. Actually, no, we're going to use Dan Lloyd's. Have we got Dan Lloyd's? That looks like a Ness. That's Dorin. Have I not got Dan Lloyd's? That's Pearson. Have I got two of Taylor Smith? Is that what I've done? Oh, is that Smith? No. Dorin, Pearson. Oh, okay. Why is that more? Alright, we'll jump in that one. Racing soft, that's why. We'll keep it at that, actually. Not always a fan of Road Atlanta, but we'll have a go. 3 laps. I believe we did this really well last time in the Nissan. The braking though is ridiculous on that car. Can't remember whose it was. Forgot the name of it. Might be no, it isn't Rouse. I don't think. It was someone that was famous that won the Bathurst in the Godzilla car, the four-wheel drive. Might be in Rouse actually. Yeah, did Bathurst 1000 in it. Right, so 10 cars, here we go. Road Atlanta for the last race of today in this. So in Darlin's car, British Touring car for the 2025. We'll take traction control off. I feel like that might help the cornering. Yeah. There's first. Bye bye. Bye first. Thought we'd maxed it out then. Bit of grass tracking there. Forget like the corner entry here, it's just literally like ooh, brake, and then it's like ooh, slalom. It's not a track I'm always familiar with. I know loads of people like it on iRacing, but don't get me wrong, I am getting better at it, especially when you're in smaller car. But apart from that windy bit, there is actually not much to it. It's kind of like Thruxton, really. Different elevations. Oh, actually, no, Croft. Especially with the slalom. The slalom's not uphill. Yeah, this thing shifts. Oh! I hate it when it does that. If I remember, that's... Oh no, the picture's on the other side. Right, last lap, still got the fastest lap, don't know how that works. For acceleration though, the Hyundais are up there. Strip there. Still knocking the time off. Say it's not a car I actually like, well, a track that I like, this is actually doing exceptionally well. And a decent speed, like, we put 23 seconds in 3 laps on these guys. But this is basically race spec British touring car, so stay right. Still end up doing it. You just can't see over that brow. And across the grass, absolutely obliterates the marker board there. Advertising board. 27.6 seconds, and we did the fastest lap as well. We got 50,000 for that. 86.2, we got a weekly challenge, weekly roulette from the challenge. Yeah, so we got weekly challenge roulette, yeah. Let's write that better. Nearly a minute in front of the Lancer Evolution 3. Crazy. Right, let's have a look, see what is going to be our prizes. Then we'll have a look at sport to see what's what. We might actually have a look to see GT1 prototype series. I can't remember doing it. 30 minutes. That's going to be tough. I think I remember doing that before. I'm curious where Dan Lloyd in, can't remember what cars it was. I'll have to have a look on the YouTube to sort that out. Why have I not done the Sunday Cup there? That's really weird. No, it's the Dragster one, that's crazy. Interesting. That one's probably going to work better. Yeah. 3 laps of this. Might as well get this out of the way and done with. We won't do the super... The reason we didn't do the super formula is because we've done the... You only have to do certain races. I can't remember why. It was only a certain amount of races in the super formula you actually had to complete. So we chose the ones that were easier. Road Atlanta was a harder one. We chose Fuji. Can't remember the rest. There were some tough races. Oh, Fuji, Laguna Seca, and there was another one. But yeah. Right, so this is the Sunday Cup. This is going to be interesting. This thing is our beast. This is the Le Mans style Corvette. Wide-bodied. just rolls, even though it's got a sports body, sports suspension even. That's not bad. Don't want to run into Camaro. It's a stunning looking car. You can get it currently on Legends, I believe. Mustang is currently in first. Now, if you actually tune the Mustang up to, it's only got 4 gears. If you tune that up all the way, you can actually get that to a seriously high speed. Slow out of the corners, but it actually can hit seriously high speeds. Just like this beastie can in 7th. Squirm, squirm, squirm. I ain't got a brake balance on this. It has got a roll cage though, so this is near enough as race spec as you want to get this Corvette. This is the road car, not the yeah, sorry, I was just trying to concentrate out the tank slapper there. This is the road car, not the race car, but it's basically equivalent of a road car. You can get to the race car just like I did for the British touring cars. So this is like what I remember seeing in periods. Is it the C6? Racing against the Aston Martins, Mr. Magnussen at Le Mans. Aston Martins and Porsches, this beast you could just hear a mile away, the thunderous American car against the Aston Martins and Porsches, wow. Then the Ferraris to trump. So yeah, this is doing pretty well at Road Atlanta, to be honest. This is probably one of the highest PP cars, road cars we actually have, other than Valkyrie, which technically is a race, well it's a track day car, it ain't even a road car anymore. Get too deep there. The wheel spin there. Try not to go rest track in. Final lap. Strip there with track limits. And we did make sure traction control was on this one because this thing just has too much power and torque. Even with its 7 gears. I'm not sure what brakes is on it because it seems quite slow. And across the line sideways there with a new personal best time, very similar to the Corolla and very similar. Nah, it was smashed the Corolla's time, but it was 37 seconds to second place again. 40,000 there. No clean racing somehow. I don't see why, obviously. Right, let's go have a look at what prizes we get. Play funny games, you get funny prizes. Let's see. Time we're at 9:45 already on a Friday. Hopefully you guys have got something planned for this weekend. Let's have a look. Right, prizes. What have we got? Yeah, hopefully if we've got enough money we'll sort out the rest of the British Touring Car squad. We do have another BMW E3 to purchase. Is it E3? I think it is. Or it's the equivalent of, which we'll have to have a look at. So that's 100,000 there, thank you. Usually you get 800,000 if you do the weekly challenges, but this time they've thrown in a 6-star roulette, which probably means you only get 303,000. Hopefully though we get something a bit more sufficient, but somehow I feel like we won't. Oh, we've got 500,000, so equivalent 800,000 plus what you actually get for winning the races as well, so that's pretty decent. 4-star roulette for the driving miles. We'll have a look, see what this gives us. This is probably going to be a pittance. Mind you, that car looks alright. That looks like a drag race car. Ooh, we got the car. That would be a nice drag car. Chris Holstrom Concepts, Chevy Nova. Wow. Now, there's actually a few Chevy Novas liveries I've actually got lined up. So, do I already have a Chevy Nova though? I swear I already had the Chevy Nova. I'm going to have a look now. I would have actually used it, so it'll be quite far down here. Because I got the GTO Judge. Ah, there, the Road Nova. Wow, 732 brake horsepower. My god. Yeah, that's going to be a beast to actually try and do something with. Because there's a few liveries I actually wanted to do with the Nova. Because obviously my proper drag racing car is... Where's Copperhead? Copperhead's here. The Charger RT, which is what I did my race car on. Stunning, stunning looking car. Took ages to actually get that sorted, as you can see. Especially the design on the side, which yeah, there we go. Yeah, and then Riders on the Storm, which I went for. Wild West Jerky, Hoosier tyres. Got Santa Pod and Melbourne Raceway on there as well. Right, cars. Right, we need to have a look to see what we have, and I also need to favourites. So we've got the Napa cars. We've also got sadly the Civics, which won't be racing. So let's have a look. So that's Shedden. Shedden's in Gazoo. I'm trying to remember what Dan Lloyd actually races. If I remember, it's going to end up having to be a Mazda. I'm going to have a look at the program and also what I've got listed on a to-do list. I have got a to-do list on which cars I need, how many, and who for. Yeah, so you got Chilton and Ingram in the other Hyundais, which I know sounds stupid. So you got the Toyotas, you got the Fords, you got the Honda Civics, which are actually the Honda Civics. You also got the old Honda Civic as well. Then you got them, which are the Megans, Power Match Racing. Don't use them, but that's something else. You've also got the old cars, which is Plato and Turkington. You've also got the M4 GR4s, which is Hill, De Leon, Moffat, and can't remember the last one. So the grid is actually nearly built, so we need to buy another M4, which we can do now, and then I need to figure out what Restart Racing uses. Oh yeah, there's there's Nick Hamilton car, and I think there's some other cars that are yet to be done. That Chevy Nova though, I'm really impressed with that, so I'm happy about that. Right, so BMW M4, another 350,000. Oh, it all adds up. I can't actually remember how much the guy said the whole British touring car grid was to buy. Obviously the road cars, they take a lot more money to tune up to the level of GT4 spec, which is essentially what it's going to be. Obviously you want the BOP to be about right, so you can tune that as well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the cars are used for Dan Lloyd. Right, GT Auto, that one. So this is Muffets that I need to do, which is top left, if I remember. These are not liveries I've actually designed, by the way. These are ones that other people have. So yeah, fingers crossed this is the right livery. Don't believe it cost me out anyway. Come on. Yep, so that's Muffets, that's fine. So I'll add that whilst I get the program. Yeah, because there's Halstead, Doble. So yeah, Max Buxton has replaced Doran, so, and also Josh Cook has replaced Pearson. Whereas you've got Murphy, Rainford, Darryl De Leon, and Jake Hill in that. Virtue, we've got Chilton, Ingram, Morgan, and Senna Proctor in the other two Hyundais, which is the Genesis. Then you've got the 4 Napa cars. Right, that's still doing its thing. So if I remember, this might be the Mazdas that I might need, which are expensive. Mind you, the BMWs aren't particularly cheap. Powder Monkey Brewing, which is Nicholas Hamilton. Cooper Leon Holstead. Restart Racing Hyundai Verta. So Dan Lloyd's in the same car as, so I need another thing. It'll tell me in the livery, do I imagine? So it might be another another thing. Let's have a look. Dan Lloyd. Dan Lloyd, right, there we go. It's on the... It's added to the collection. It's the Genesis GR4, which is another one I need to do. Yeah. So that's quite good. So that means I need Adam Morgan, Proctor, and Dan Lloyd's car, which is probably going to use up all my money, really. Genesis. What's it under? Oh, there we go. As if I need a couple more of these things. GR4, 350,000. Oh, actually, no, I haven't bought them. Interesting. Oh. So what did I use for Adam Morgan then? So I hadn't actually... Interesting. Okay, it's fine. Right, we'll buy 2 of these, and then that should be... No, I'll buy 1, because we don't know what the other... It'll tell me on here what the other liveries are once I actually go to it. I forgot about that. Because there's obviously different people that do different liveries and what looks better on the different cars. The Tom Ingram and Chilton does look great on the cars that they've chosen. Forgot which cars that is. What? Why does it say it's the wrong car? Please tell me I haven't bought a car for the sake of it. No? That's a GR4. Help. Let me just try that again. It's not there, that's the wrong car. Oh, why have I bought the wrong car? Just spent 350 grand on a car that I don't need. And a car that I won't use on sport because I dislike people that use them. That's not even funny. Damn it. Well, I swear that said a Genesis GR4. Or was it another car? That's not even funny. That's my item, so it isn't even that. Get rid of him. Didn't even have time to post them. Stupid thing. It's a Hyundai Genesis GR4, not the G7. So it is the Hyundai that I need so many of. Damn you. Yeah, because the G70 is not what I want. Rip. It's fine. Back to here. I was in right place, wrong car. Genesis GR4. Why does it say I don't own any of them? Weird. Okay, I'll purchase it. Really makes me wonder what the other guys' cars are. Or is it the road car that I've done up? Nah, I can't rid of a road car. What car is the Tom Chilton? That is the question. And why are they so different with the same guy? Like, surely the car's exactly the same. Genesis GR4. What? So it says it's not acquired. Or is it because of the colour code is not acquired? Yes, that's the Tom Chilton one. Which does look pretty smart. In person and on the game. I am so confused right now. Oh, I need to change the bloody car back. It's too early in the morning to get confused. This is what happens when you have great ideas and want to start messing around with cars. Genesis GR4 there. Where's the other one? Where's the one I just bought? I can't have tuned it up. That's the G7. 384 bhp. 542. How the devil 1250 1350. Oh no. What in name have how has it got like so much more on it? I'm gonna have to have a look now. Tuning shop. Makes me feel like I must have bought some extra stuff on this. Oh, turbocharger. That might help. Yeah, 542. Buff. There you go. Brake bias buff. Tires. Yeah. So that's why. Just a turbocharger, which obviously that will have big implications to the speed of it. Right, car customization. Now that the stress is over, I'm going to jump in and put the right people's in. So yeah, here we go. Need to see who this is. Chris Smiley, so that's the other guy we need to do. Well, there's actually another 3 we need to buy. Adam Morgan. That's Crease, which isn't actually racing. So that's Smiley. That's Dan Lloyd. So we'll do Dan Lloyd's first. So there is another few. Probably going to add Centerproctor to see if we can actually get that livery. Obviously, there's also the Valve line Napa livery as well. But that was only for one race, so I might give that a miss. Be good to have in the good old share block though. Right, so now that we've got that sorted, can't remember how much money I've got. I might be able to purchase the Adam Smiley one. Don't want to use up too much of the money. But most of the British Touring Car grid is now go. The Nick Hamilton one we've still got to do. I'll have to have a look in a minute for all the comments. Need to find my phone. So yeah, these liveries are not by me. These are just ones that I try and get, and then by the time I actually get a chance to use them, it'll be over the British Touring Cars. But at least then I'll actually have all the cars. Yeah. So yeah, the car's now fully done, which I'm impressed with. Right, so we'll have a look, see what is different. Let's have a look at the comments. Hi Dalo, hope you're doing well. Right, so is there any cars that are looking tasty we don't have? Most of the cars we do have. And as you've seen, we actually own quite a few duplicates. We now own 3 of the Genesis GR4s. It's only problem when you wanted to try and create your own grid. Right, okay. Anything new? Nothing that sticks out realistically. You're online. Nice. Yeah, I'll be doing online just in a minute. I was just seeing exactly what there was, if there's anything I'd missed from yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to jump online now. If you want to just join the stream, I was doing the daily challenge, the weekly challenges ones. Managed to get all them done. The hardest one was at Watkins Glen though, unfortunately. Right, so Sardinia Racetrack A, Race A. What cars can you use? That's the question. So GT4s at Sardinia Road Track, not the best to start playing around people with. Deep Forest Raceways, 14 laps. 14. Wow. It's like from garage. Yeah, that's the one I usually get bashed about with. Deep Forest. Not the best of tracks that. Could have a go though, but. And then that one, specified car. The Toyota Yaris. Is that the one we was actually just using? No. That's the high performance one that I got gifted. Ooh, GR4 Sardinia, or Gio might have a go at Sardinia. We do like the GT4 Aston there. Could actually do the Tom Chilton one, which is interesting. Sorry, we'll go in Dan Lloyd's car. Yeah. Race shop. Need tyres, please. Hard or wet? Interesting. Yeah, we'll enter with current car. Qualifying time trial. Let's have a look. I do like the GR4, so. So it's going to be on hard tyres. Ooh, just knock that out of the way. So some interesting times there with Daniel Nyback, one of my mates. So yeah, we're in the Dan Lloyd's car. Traction control on. Actually, we probably won't need traction control. Oh, actually, I know this track. I know which one this is. This is actually the better line-up track. So the biggest thing with this is carrying the corner speed. Just trying to remember this track. I'll give it a good go anyway. I said it's a while since I've actually done this track. Forget that. I always end up smashing that on the Group C 962 Porsche. This track is amazing for that car. It's very wide, very windy, but it just literally takes off and go. If you get a good exit out of that corner with just that, you can seriously get up to some speed down here. This is a tight left-hander. You try and just clip the corner. Then this is a long run. You let off halfway up. Can't remember where it is. Oh, it's here. Yeah, it's about 100 miles an hour that corner you can do, depending on what tyres you're on. Obviously, this is racing hard. Then down to this hairpin. Then you're onto the back straight here, which is like a king. Just try and kiss all the curb. Don't know what time it is to beat. I think it's a slightly slower one than everybody else. Good lines out of here. Obviously there's going to be some quicker drivers than themselves. We try not to use the ultimate cars, so a British touring car is probably going to be a good shout. We're a few seconds faster than previous self by a long way, and this is going to start any time soon, so yeah, that corner exit there, if you nail that, you get a good run down to that sharp left. So yeah, we're going to be doing Sardinia Road Track A, which is a good layout actually. I prefer that one to one of the few others. Yeah, we're quite far down, to be honest. Most of the people in the G70s, no surprise there. Few Mazda GR4s, a Subaru as well. There's also an F-Type, pretty good car. Cayman Club Sport, that's a really interesting one. Just read the messages before we start. There's Dodge Viper GR4, that's a pretty good car. On the same dealer race. Never mind, I'm in. Are you? I guess it depends on what name you are on there. That's going to be the question. Yeah, so driver rated C, safety rating S. So we do need to actually jump up a bit, but this is a track we don't actually know really that well. I am one of the slowest times on here. However, that may hold me in good stead for what is yet to come. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out really. All it means is, excuse me, we can only go forwards. Red's fast. I swear that's thingy. I know someone called Red's fast. And it wouldn't surprise me he's put a time like that as well. Just messaged him. Literally, I'm speaking to him now. Would not surprise me. Thing is, I think he was working last night, so I'm curious if he actually was. See how we do. Curious if to put traction control on or not. I think it probably won't be wise unless we get into some tussles. 5 laps of this. This is going to be quick, sharp, short race. A bit different to the other races we've done. Rear trail braking's probably going to be good. Fuel, don't need to be worried about. 5 laps in this, going to be ace. My TS3 is free. The issue with traction control on the GT4 cars is it does not need to be high. Like seriously, it slows corner speed, it slows acceleration, it slows a lot of things. I only use it mainly when it's raining or if the car's really hard. A Porsche GT. So yeah, it's a weird one to actually discuss. GT3 different on the other hand. I wasn't expecting him to cover that like he did, but whatever. 3-second penalty, yeah, some no surprise there. It's a bit of touring cars for you. A bit of push and shove. Don't actually know where the penalty marker is. Yeah, that's not particularly going to do my safety rating any good, but he's one of the highest. I do need to get a better qualifying time though if this is how bad people are. Right, so that's my 3-second ding dong. Why are they all slowing down? Hopefully I should actually be able to make some time up. These guys are all squabbling still in front. You have one of the Super Formula. Don't get me wrong, the Super Formula cars, you do need traction control up, don't get me wrong, but you need to mainly just worry about your braking and everything on there. And running your lines, which this guy's really not. I've noticed as well, this is taking my turbo off, so that's probably why the acceleration is not up there with what I was expecting. Still a quick car though. Need to try and chase these guys up. Obviously everybody in the G70 is going to have a certain advantage, but that's not always the case at certain tracks, I found. What's it with these two? So yeah, traction control then, it had probably messed up the corner exit there. I did brake a bit deep, but the G70 obviously is a lot quicker, so... But corner speed, this car has the legs. Especially to get the corner angle right. So that's him done for a second and a bit. Hopefully we should get the slipstream on these guys. Fingers crossed, but these are 1 and a bit seconds in front. There's no rain prospected, so that's alright. So we've got a good time there, and Sanger in front was actually... yeah, these are all squabbling here. Sanger's the guy that got the fastest lap, which shows why he's actually pulling away like he is. They go so slow through that corner. I actually thought they were going to knock themselves then. Wide there. Too busy about the guy behind. He's really pushing now. I think he's Greek. He has got the speed on me though. That's all he's got. Wow. I'm glad I actually went the angle I did. How's he not got a penalty then? That guy is just, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I don't care. Maybe I just need to focus on my own race, but... Oh, you bugger. Ah, trying to over race now. Not cool. I need to get a better qualifying time, basically. Way too deep. Right, final lap. Hopefully everybody takes each a row. Very, very, very slow lap. don't know how the guy behind me is actually catching up either, because he was actually doing a really rubbish race. Better line out there, but that's because I can actually go wide without worrying about hitting someone. Better exit out of there as well. Even if I just get a new personal lap, I'm going to be happy. Curious where Stavros has disappeared to. That's a decent exit. I feel like there's a lot more potential out of this car as long as you haven't got clowns. It's a decent time, not the quickest, it's decent for a touring car. Where did Stavros got to? Well, he actually got quite far up. That's annoying, that, considering how he was driving. Probably ratings are going to be absolutely smashed. Yeah, interesting. What did our ratings go down to? C and S gone down slightly, which is a shame, but yeah. Right, we'll do that one again. Select from garage, enter, jump in, do qualifying lap, because we know the car actually can do a lot better than that. So fast, this is a 156. We know we can do quicker than that. I'm sure if traction control will make a difference. Definitely putting some miles on the new car. So was it 155.9 we was able to do? Slightly slower through there than what I wanted. I was just testing the angles. Most of it, I said, is about carrying the corner speed though, so that might have an effect on the it there. This corner we need to get right. Nicely done through there. Back end just drags itself round and you just hang on. It this is actually going to be a quick time. Slightly wider but better angle and could get the power on slightly later. So going to be the quickest. 55, 154.9. That's decent. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but that's decent. Oh, slightly off there. Really annoyed that. I thought I'd just taken it way too deep. Once you get one angle wrong, the rest just do not comply. So that's half a second off. But slightly just in that other corner, the time's actually coming down, which is the one that I said I went too slow at. This is the one I went a bit wide into. Oh no, that's the one I went perfect at. It's the next one that I went wide into. A lot of time for another lap, but a 1:44.9 I feel is very comforting, shall we say. Can't see me being able to replicate that each time, but I'm there or thereabouts at 1:45. Looking at this, so we've got 1 minute left. We'll just continue round, see how deep we can actually take this. So it's about the 100 marker. Took that way too deep, but that's because I took the speed off the other corner. Just wait until the race starts now, a few seconds time. You're a Formula 1 fan. Yeah, it's not too much of an issue. I'd rather... Yeah, I'd rather follow some of the other things. Right, so Red's fast as a 1:52.1. That is pretty impressive. I have yet to see what other cars can do this track quite well. I ain't tried them really. I just wanted to try the British touring car. I'll try and record this one as well, because obviously I didn't the last one. So yeah. 1:54.9. I feel like in a more settled car, it probably would work better. I'm unsure what settled car that would be, but yes. Fair play. Yeah. So aggressive with the apex. The issue with F1 is you you be aggressive with the apex, you do that with track limits, and they wonder why they got punches. You go aggressive with the apex on this game, it does not agree at all. Like, depending on the car it is, it'll literally either spin you off or spit you out. I found this with mainly the GT3 cars and the GT4s. About carrying the quarter speed, you're trying to hit the angle on the apex. It does not always work like that. Even if you adjust the suspension so it's a bit more favourable to your driving style like that. Yeah, I try and stay away from the apexes as much as possible, mainly because everybody else is trying to hit them. Not that one, need that one. So yeah, I might try a different car for the next race. If I do, it'll probably be the Lamborghini, due to the acceleration, but then the issue is, will that switch in regards to yeah, I'd probably need traction control on for that. The Aston Martin might be a good shout, but that wallows a bit. Trying to think what other car there is. I feel like this is a balance car. I don't know, could be just totally wrong. It's interesting the choice of cars that people are in this though. Like, there's a lot of different people in these cars. What the actual clown? How did he help make that stick? I know you're a quicker driver, but don't drive dirty. I don't know how he's actually qualified worse than me. There's a few that do that though. They qualify worse and then come through the pack, and it's just like, nah mate, just get back down the pecking order. Bit of a hip shake there from... I can see me getting absolutely T-boned here though. Someone did. I do have ABS on though, which a lot of people don't always agree with. Same with other stuff. Yeah, that guy's absolutely just don't know how to drive. You don't need to hit the apex that aggressive because it'll just shoot you off. So this is going to be a decent time, not a perfect time, but decent. And he's like, how have I got round on the inside with less speed? Andrew's taking the outside in the Mazda, so I took that corner really slow compared to usual. It's going to be a tight one here. I'm not going to do all stupid. Now we're catching up to the field. actually. A bit of wheel spin. I think he went a bit wide because of how much I went wide there. Took that really wrong angle. It's going to be a quick time, not too quick. 155 maybe? Yeah, 156, okay, so it's not the quickest compared to the 154 that everybody else is doing. Shit. Totally forgot my braking point there. Goes through smooth in third. So we're catching up as well. Gonna be nice if we do get top 10. That messed up my braking point because I didn't know where he was. Right, 2 more laps left. It's quite close now with the battle for 10th. It's a 4-way battle. .155.5, that's pretty decent. We did a 144.54.9. Tried to turn in on me. I gave him room, but the gap were there. That's that corner entry up. Really mess that up. Punching them all up, but we are actually not doing too bad. Then I pull away and then they actually get back again with the top speed of the G7, which is stupid. Considering this is on hards as well. Nicely done through there. Now they're having to defend. I feel like that Martin Montreso is actually a quick driver. That's a bit wide. Lost a bit of corner speed there. Brake, damn it, brake. Ooh, a bit of wheel spin there. Lost a bit of speed. Yeah, I think he's going to have me here on the end of the straight. Heading on to the last lap, it's more who do you want to be, the leader or the second place? I'm unsure here. He's going to have to go around the outside if he wants it. Yeah, I'll give you room. He knows I don't race dirty. Oh. Need to be careful, that guy's there. Power. He's getting away now, and I've got 2 behind me that are ready to skew him. I did say top 10 though, so... And it's a lot better than when I was. But I do feel like I need to try a different car. Oh shoot, sorry. Oh my god. Sorry. Yeah, that was hugely my bad. I don't actually know why that locked up like it did. I didn't even mean for that. That's so annoying. That just messes both up, really. What could have been, eh? Yeah, well. See how that's actually put our ratings. Somehow I think that'll have actually gone down quite a bit, unfortunately. Yeah, CNS again. Probably have a qualifying session next. Just qualifying, not enter anything. See what the cars are actually going to be like. I want to try the Vantage. I don't think the Lambo's gonna. The Lambo might be a good idea. Change car. What have we got? G4s. The McLaren is actually a decent car. The Megane probably not. It just depends on the PP, I guess. I'll just do that. So it drops down to a 294 bhp. It's stupid the bhps on these, like ridiculously a lot lower than they should be. I'm unsure because of, yeah, I don't know. We'll have a go anyway. So 1:54.9 I think is the qualifying time. I forgot to save the lap again. Damn it. That's because I was too annoyed about spurring that guy at the last lap. Right, let's have a go. Yeah, 1:54.9. We do have traction control on, and we do have that on. It just seems very slow compared to usual. So this is the beast. Jesus, how wide? It seems so slow. Interesting to see the time comparisons. Wow, that's so wide. Might need traction control off just to get around the corner. Well, it sounds good at least. It just feels very, very sluggish. Oh, it really does not like that. That's the one I speed the guy at as well. Doesn't seem to have an issue with the traction control off. The issue seems to be the time by the looks of this. Like, where am I losing that much time? That's hemorrhaging. 156.7. It actually seems slower now that I'm actually racing against myself. That's a lot better there because I messed that corner up last time. Maybe the traction control was the difference. Extended the lead out again. Brakes are slightly better there. I feel like you can drag it around a little bit more, but it just feels so slow. It's going to be quicker. I don't know by how much. By 0.9 of a second. How? It's going to be quicker still. I wonder how the Aston is actually going to go. It just turns in. It's there's no body change. No. It's really weird. Like there, it just hunkers down and then just accelerates away. Like, yeah, that was easy, but it seems slow. Like, I don't know how I'm getting them lap times. Maybe it is literally the top end speed. Like there, I'm accelerating out halfway through the corner. I ain't even got round the corner there. Same now, I'm just literally sliding in. My actual previous time was knocking time off my time. So I could be 7/10 quicker if I'd have taken the lines last time. But the first part was quicker. Interesting. So I've done a 153.5 in the Lambo, so that is pretty damn impressive. But I was in a touring car, so yeah, give it to. We're gonna have a go in. Yeah, I'll just note Daniel right off a freaking leaderboard. He's not gonna be happy with that. We'll have a go in the Aston. I feel like the Aston has got the legs on the top speed. It shouldn't, but it does. Let's have a look. The Aston on hards though does slide. We found that out with the GT3 V12 when we were doing the testing at Spa for the top speed. It just slides. Nürburgring as well, we did it there. But Nürburgring's very similar to this, up and down, windy, and it carried the top speed really well. I'm just unsure about the braking points into the hairpins. Yeah. Fingers crossed we actually do something. 53. So we did a 53.5. Daniel's doing a 154.5. Crystalera's a 154.9. Crystalera we have raced with before, and this is back end of the way through the week. So these guys have got everything tuned, and I've chosen the wrong car. Need to choose a different car. Oh. Right, change car. So Aston Martin. So it's a 542 and it drops to a 311. Or there's the McLaren, which is... Ooh. Oh, I need to change tyres. So that's a 319, but I believe it's heavier. I also find it does wallow a bit more than the Aston. Could be wrong. We have done the McLaren before at Bathurst. That wasn't too bad at Bathurst. I just felt everybody in the G70s were just there to annoy me. So yeah. So yeah, we'll probably do a couple more races on here and then probably call it quits for lunch, and then we might be back on later with another game, or we might just upload some other things. Excuse me. 153.5. Wow. So it's similar to the Lambo with the speed coming out the corners. It feels quicker though. Feels a lot quicker. Won't know until the second lap. Bit wide there, it really didn't want to turn. I think it's going to be the turning bit. I don't know. Considering there's going to be other cars on the track as well, it's a bit different when you're putting down qualifying times. Very slow from that there. I don't know if it's slowing the corners and picks up the speed on the straights. Just, I don't know. It does feel quick though. It's more just knowing when to punch it. That's not a bad first lap, personally, considering how I felt it was so slow. 0.9 to 144, 154.2. You have to correct a slight bit more on the Aston compared to the Lambo. Out that corner. Might be able to correct it this lap. I might not need to. That's a 53.9. Very deep into that corner though. Bit of grass cutting there. That's all done through there. Through there with later braking. Oh, messed up massive lap. Bye bye. We know that's going to be the second quickest car, but we know that we need the Lamborghini to race. That's going to be the idea. Still quick, 153.9 and a 153.5 between the Aston and the Lambo. The McLaren's probably going to be about up there as well, considering. It's weird though, the top end speed of the Lambo, but the Lambo seems to be more settled with how low it is to the ground. Semi-mid-engine, well, it's kind of rear-engined, but yeah. Okay. Change car, that one. Not tried the Corvette CR4 on anything as of yet. Why has error occurred? 9 minutes till race, yeah, we'll probably give that a miss, to be honest. Yeah, we're not even going to do a lot for Sardinia. Deep Forest. As if that's 30 minutes in between a race, like, wow. It's a bit of a joke. Right, we're going to call it quits. We've set some really fast times down. Probably going to be maybe on later. We'll see how we go with that. So cheers for the early morning session. It's now nearly 11 o'clock, so hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao for now.